Yo, what's up? Um, Crazy. I feel like today, okay, again, if you enjoy the videos, please give me any suggestions on how to improve. But today, we are going to talk about something I hate, and that's social media. In fact, the other day, it was yesterday, I went to my friend. I texted him and I said, for 4 weeks, let's get rid of all social media. Delete it. Not even just social media, but even the internet. Google, Safari, whatever. Completely just delete it off our phones for 4 weeks and just see how it improves our life. Because if I want to be completely honest, social media doesn't bring any good. Like, people say, like, oh, you can learn from social media. Yeah, cool, you can. How many people do? You know what I'm saying? How many people scroll on their feed and they're actually learning stuff? Not many. And the thing is, social media corrupts people. It corrupts people completely. It is the most fake bullshit that I've ever seen. It is purely there to captivate your attention. Which is why these videos, I mean, I'm not really getting that many views, but it's not about the views. I don't want to make content that is trying to captivate your attention. If you want to listen to me, listen to me. If you don't, you can go to another video that is trying to captivate your attention. It's why I don't have subtitles. It's why I don't have a cut every couple of seconds. It's just one take, no script. It's authentic. And the thing with social media is most of the time, all the time actually, it just feeds people straight bullshit the entire time. Okay, whether it's, yo, at 16 you gotta have this much money saved, and at 18 you gotta be moved out your house, and you must have a fucking car and a mansion or whatever it is. And if it's feeding teenagers, if your girlfriend, boyfriend isn't doing this shit, leave them. Give it some bullshit dating advice that is fucking terrible. Fucking terrible. It just corrupts young people, okay? And then it makes the young people insufferable, which then turns the older generation against the young people, because the young people are disrespectful, and the old people don't like that. So now you have old people not liking young people, and then with that, young people not liking old people. Like, bro, I remember, like, when I say, like, I remember, like, I'm old, but you used to go to your grandparents for, like, advice because they were wise. Do you ever do that? I don't do that anymore. I go to fucking social media to try and figure out the solution. It's bullshit. Nothing good comes from it. And it just corrupts your mind. It fills your mind with so much noise. And that's the worst thing you could do. The worst thing you can have is a mind that is constantly thinking about everything. It's just constantly in a cycle of, what about this? What if this happens? I'm scared of this. I'm scared of that. I wish I never did that. I wish I never did this. And that is all to blame to social media. If you didn't have social media, your life and just everyone else's life would be like 10 times happier. It'd make dating better. Like, if you look back, I'm not going to say with a fact because I've never lived in that time period, but I'm going to guess if you were to go back to like 1980s, okay, where social media, I don't know when the internet was created, I forgot now, but it wasn't how it is now, right? They may have the internet, but they didn't have fucking Facebook or whatever, right? They didn't have that shit. If you were to go back to that time period, relationships, bro, you would get a girlfriend, okay, then marry her after like a year and a half of dating, okay, then you have a bunch of kids, like 5, and then you go to your 9 to 5 job, okay, she'd stay home, and then you die, and you know, life's that. Now, if you have a 9 to 5, you're a bum, okay? If you're unemployed, you're a bum. The only option where you're not a bum is if you have a business that makes 10 grand at least a month, which by the way is so unrealistic, probably not going to happen, okay? If you go and have a nap and your phone is dead, your girlfriend will break up with you because she thinks you're ignoring her, or vice versa. Okay, the birth rate is so incredibly low, especially in Europe. Okay, people are not having kids. Me personally, I want 5 kids. Okay, people do not have kids anymore. People die insanely quickly because there's so many bullshit substances to abuse, but they don't have kids. Okay, it's like you see all these problems and it can all to blame to people spreading straight bullshit on the internet. Get this person addicted to that, feed this girl a bunch of lies about relationships, feed this boy a bunch of fucking bullshit that contradicts this girl's behavior. So now these people can't date anymore because they're incompatible. Fill their heads with a bunch of politics that doesn't really affect them at all. You see what I'm saying? It's like, that's why I'm gonna start, or if I'm gonna start getting rid of all my social media, because it's just dumb. It's just dangerous, man. And another thing, I remember I was in London the other day, last month, and I remember, for some reason, okay, I went to London for the sole purpose of cold approaching. I don't know if you know what cold approaching is. It's when you go up to a girl randomly and ask for her number, okay? That was my plan. Reasons? Not necessarily because I wanted a girlfriend, more because I wanted the confidence, cure my social anxiety that I have, whatever. So I'm walking through London, which by the way, it's a big city. There's a bunch of people, and everyone. I barely went up to anyone. I went up to like 2 people. Failed miserably, by the way. I didn't get no number. But the biggest problem wasn't that I failed. It was more because on how little people fit my standard. And my standard of looks. Not like personality of whatever, because I didn't talk to them. Straight looks. And I realized my mind has been corrupted by social media, because I'm out here in London, one of the biggest cities in the world, okay? It's a mega city, I believe. And I went up to I saw 10 people that I thought were pretty. 10 people. Are you ridiculous? And I don't think I'm an insanely attractive person. I rate myself like a 6. Okay? Just above average. And 10 people fit my standard. of prettiness. That is crazy. And you can blame that on social media because it gives you the sense of options which you don't have. Because you're going through suggested following, whatever. Follow this person and you look into it and it's a pretty girl, pretty boy, whatever. But, okay, number one, most of those photos are probably edited or have some sort of filter on them, okay? They're not that pretty in person. And secondly, okay, those people are probably not even near your location. So now you go out into your local town, okay, where you actually will meet someone, and you don't want to go up to them because they're not pretty enough, but you're just seeing an actual version of what most people look like. And it just creates this just bullshit cycle of looking at a girl and like taking 10 seconds to judge her entire life based on what she looks like. And I realized like that's the big problem that I have to face. And that's why, number one, I don't message people on Instagram anymore. I used to, not anymore. Number two, I gotta get out more in touch with reality instead of being in my room, even though I don't like going out because I like isolation. But I gotta force myself to go out in order to get in touch with reality of what people actually behave like and look like. So that's something I really wanted to focus on. It's kind of one of my goals for this year. I'm doing okay with it, but I don't think social media is a good thing. And personally, I would suggest you guys get rid of not everything. You can if you want. If you want to do what I'm doing, the rules are no social media. The only thing you can do on your phone is basically just messages. Okay? To message family or whatever. But Snapchat gone, Insta gone, YouTube gone, all that gone. Reddit, Twitter, X, whatever. Google, Safari. You can't Google anything. No AI. No social media. The only thing you do is call and message. And then you gotta hit a workout a day, drink a gallon of water a day, do 50 push-ups a day, and do 90 minutes of focus study a day for 28 days straight. And if you miss a day, you have to go back to day one. That's the rules, and I'm gonna start that soon. I don't know how I'm gonna post videos. I'll probably have to keep YouTube just to post some videos, but yeah. That's what I wanted to talk about today, and hopefully you guys learned something. And if you did, like, subscribe. You don't have to, and peace.